All right, today we're jumping into the story of a Tallahassee artist, producer, and entrepreneur who is literally building his future from the ground up. We're talking beat by beat, and yep, brick by brick. This is the Jabari Williams story.
So, think about this for a second. What does it really take to build something that lasts? For Jabari Williams, the answer isn't some slick quote you'd see on a poster. Nope. For him, the answer is the actual sound of hard work, day in and day out, with his own two hands.
After years of grinding it out in the music scene, Jabari is calling it, this is his comeback season. He's got this new laser-like focus and a crazy amount of determination. But you know, to really get what's driving him now, we've got to go back, way back to where it all started. To understand where he's going, we have to go back to the very first sound, the beat that kicked this whole thing off.
Okay, so picture this. The sun's barely up on the south side of Tallahassee, and there's already this buzz in the air. But it's not traffic, it's a beatbox and a rhyme. Every single morning at the bus stop, a crowd would gather, because Jabari and his friends were putting on a full-blown show before the first school bell even rang. This wasn't just messing around. This was their daily gig.
And you know what? That little morning ritual, that became everything. It was their identity. It was totally organic, totally real. And get this. The name for their group, it came straight from what they were doing right there on the pavement every single day. And the name itself is just perfect, right? Block, because they were literally on the block. Band, like being band together like a real band. And entertainment, well, that's a no-brainer. That's exactly what they were doing. It wasn't some corporate made-up thing. It just fit who they were.
Okay, so that creative fire started with music, for sure. But it's fueled by something else, something just as powerful. See, Jabari's story isn't just about making beats. It's about the hustle, the real hustle.
I mean, this is the guy, right here. He taught himself how to produce. He's a total do-it-yourself problem solver. He's the definition of a jack of all trades and is absolutely not afraid to get his hands dirty to get a job done. And you can actually hear that pride in his voice. If you check out his vlogs, he's often filming right in the middle of a job. There's this genuine satisfaction he gets from the physical grind. You know, the tough stuff that isn't glamorous, but is 100% real. This philosophy, it's basically his motto. It's the mindset that helps him cut through all the noise and drama. He just keeps his eyes on the prize and lets the finished product do all the talking. And man, he lives this. We're talking about getting covered in dirt, hauling mulch in that Florida sun, or covered in dust, ripping up old tile and tearing down water-damaged walls. He's got this great saying. They say work, don't let it work you. And that's the key. This hard labor isn't some separate thing from his art. It's the foundation for it. Now, with all this grit and all this hard work, you'd probably expect him to call himself self-made, right? But nope. Jabari has a totally different perspective, and this really gets to the heart of who he is. You know, we hear the term self-made all the time. It's all about, I did this all by myself. But Jabari flips that script completely. He sees himself as God-made. For him, it's all about being humble and grateful for the talents and the opportunities he's been given. And that one shift in perspective, it changes everything. Think about it. He works like crazy for every single thing he has, never asks for a handout, but he's still humble enough to credit a higher power. It's that combination of intense self-reliance and deep gratitude that really defines who he is. And his whole character is built on a code he just won't break. Family is huge, but being authentic, being real, that's everything. People know him as a fair businessman and a guy who stands 10 toes down. And if you haven't heard that phrase, it just means he's solid, rock solid. He's dependable, true to his word, and he never wavers. Period. So, you've got the music, you've got the hustle, and you've got this deep philosophy. What does that all look like right now? Well, it's all coming together in one really, really cool project. Get this, a huge piece of his comeback plan is already a reality. This isn't just some idea on a vision board, he went out and did it. He is now the proud owner of his very own tiny home. That's a massive deal. It's a real, tangible asset he's earned that's a foundation for his future.
But wait, it gets even better. He's not just going to live in it, he's transforming it. He's turning it into both his living space and a fully functional recording studio. This is where it all comes together, right? His DIY skills and his musical passion. He is literally, with his own two hands, building the lab where his new sound is going to be born.
And what's the goal with this new music? Is he chasing trends or trying to make a hit that sounds like everything else? Absolutely not. He's in that space every day on a mission to create something unique,
A sound that is 100% authentically his. It's all about pure, unfiltered expression.
And this phrase right here, it just says it all. His journey, his methods, his sound. You can't just slap a label on it because it's built from a unique blueprint. It's not meant for everyone to get it. It's a Jabari thing.
So if you want to watch this whole thing unfold, see the studio get built and hear the music that comes out of it, you totally can. He's putting it all out there on 2 different YouTube channels, plus TikTok and Facebook. You can even connect with him directly. It's all right there. Go check it out.
You know, Jabari's story is a powerful reminder. In a world full of polished productions and manufactured sounds, there is just nothing more resonant, nothing more real than an authentic voice building its own legacy right from the ground up.